Hello everyone, welcome to Fix McLean. Today we are going to work on a project. This is a JBL Charge 2 fake Bluetooth speaker and we are going to fix it. Now if I turn it on, as you can see, it responds to the buttons, and if I keep pressing it, it turns on, but there is no sound in it because its amplifier IC is busted. Let's turn it off. Now I have been inside before and I replaced its battery because its battery was also dead. Years ago I started to build a Bluetooth speaker and this was the result. And just look at it. Did you see its driver? Yeah, so satisfying. So I built this, and as you can see, it is much bigger than expected, and I wanted to make a small version, so I bought this for around $5 from a local website, and I left the project there. So there was no improvement in it. Actually, I opened it up and found that it has a mono channel output, and there is only single amplifier chip in place of two, and its output was trash. So let's open it up today and fix it. So to open it up, we need to remove this mesh. There are two meshes in front and the back, and behind the back one we had some screws. Let's open it up. I have this old scissor. Let's try to pry it up from the behind, and let's open. Now we can open it up from up. Yep. So it's open now, and we're supposed to have some screws in here, but as I have been here before, I removed all the screws, so it is currently held by only two of its side brackets. So to remove the side brackets, I'm going to use this special cutter which doesn't break. So I'll make some gap of these panels like so. We will release each and every clips. There are 4 clips in total. One top, one in bottom, one in here, and another one is right here, and same in this side. And it's open. And here we have the base maker, and it's cracked from here. I can see we have to glue it in here, but it's still usable. Let's start opening this side. Okay, so we have another one. So now we have to remove this rubber trims. The glue is busted. We have to do some double-sided tape work, and it's open. And we are in. So now here is the controller board, and here is the battery. I replaced the battery already, and here I did some work before. Let's remove the battery first. This is the battery power. Okay, now it's safe to work on, and we have the input output panel here. Here is a mic also, so you can use it for call, and different buttons. Let's remove it too. We don't need it right now. And here is the speaker. Now as you can see, here is some cost cutting, and the amplifier chip is still in here, and here it is. This was the amplifier chip. This was installed right in here, and this place was empty. As you can see, we already have 2 places to use 2 amplifiers. There were only single one installed in here, which is this one, and the single one outputs to the two drivers. So absolutely the sound quality was trash. I can't test it because the amplifier IC was busted. Last time I opened it up, when I tried to turn it on, it was getting mad hot, so I just removed it. So now my current plan is we will disconnect this connector and use another amplifier. So let me get an amplifier pretty quick. And here is the amplifier we're gonna use. This is a PAM8403 amplifier. This is a dual channel amplifier. As you can see, left and right output. So this is dual channel, but this card has only mono output. So I have no problem with that because both of the speakers gonna be in the same place. So even if it outputs stereophonic sound, there won't be any noticeable difference. So I'll take the single channel output from here and we'll connect the output, both of the input channel of this amplifier. So now we have to do some wiring. We can solder these drivers directly in the output. We need to solder few wires. So we need total 3 wire to solder in the input of the amplifier. We need plus 5 volt, we need minus, which is also connected to ground. We don't need any separate ground for that. And we have left and right. As our Bluetooth module has mono channel output, so we can short left and right channel and solder the wire to the output of this board. So we are gonna solder total 3 wires from this port. As I used this amplifier board earlier, that's why we have soldered in here. I'll clean them up so that we can easily solder wires in here. I'm going to use this wire to short the left and right channel. Good. I'll use brown as 5 volt, black as ground, and the white one as signal wire. Looks good. Now we have to solder these wires in place. Let's use some flux. Wires are soldered properly. Let's connect the driver. Although our system is mono channel, I'll use the right channel for the right speaker and the left channel for the left speaker. Let's go for one at a time. So our soldering process has been completed successfully. We have to connect this with this Bluetooth module board. I have decided to use the pins of the amplifier IC which was installed in here. This was the IC which was installed in the board. To know its pin out, we need its datasheet. I have figured out the datasheet of this IC. So right now I know the pin out of this board. We need ground, positive, and the audio in. So we're gonna solder ground in here, positive in here, and the audio in here. Let's solder them. We don't need this much long wire, so I'm gonna cut it from here. Let's apply some flux. While soldering, flux makes really a big difference between the with flux and no flux. I'm just going to add some flux in the pads before soldering the wires. So the pads are ready. Now I'll prepare the wires to be soldered in there. For that we need to solder coat the wires a little bit. Now we're ready to solder the wires. So let's first solder the ground to this pin. Actually we can take ground from pretty much anywhere. I have to cut it a little smaller, otherwise it will short. The smallest ever possible cut. Now these pins are directly connected in here. The ground is directly connected in here and the positive is directly connected to in here. So I could solder these wires in this place, but you know what? I like challenges. Let's connect the battery and the input board so that we can test it. Alright guys, it's working fine now. If I turn it on, it turns on. It gets connected with my mobile phone. I'm going to play some MCS music. And it's working fine. So now let me show you what did I do to resolve the issue. There was more than one issue in this card. I'll tell you one by one. Now first thing, let me remove the battery and show you. The first thing I did is, if you see carefully, there is a capacitor. You see this solder block? There was a capacitor, so which comes from this IC, the last pin of this IC, to here, and that goes to the resistance, and the other end of the resistance goes to this pin, which is the audio input pin. So the capacitor was busted, that's why it stopped working and there was no sound at all. And of course the cable was the problem and the capacitor was again the problem. So I had to remove it and I soldered it. I don't have that much of small capacitor. I just soldered it, no problem, because it is the audio input line and there is already some capacitors and something in this module board, so that will be the replacement. So it's working fine now. Now we have another issues right now. Let me show you what it is. So I'm going to connect the input pin again. Input pin is connected. Now I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth speaker. It's turned on. Okay, connected. Now if I touch the input pin, it of course will make some sound. Because as you can hear, if I tapping it, it's making the sound because the amplifier is on and the whole system is on. Now let me turn it off. Turned off. Now if I touch the input pin, as you can see, it's making noise because the amplifier is still on, which may be a problem because it will keep drawing the power from the battery. To resolve this issue, let's look into the pinout of PAM8403 amplifier IC. Here we have pin number 12 for shutdown control and pin 5 for mute function. As per the datasheet, if we connect the pin 12 to ground, it will go to low power mode, and by grounding the pin 5, the audio output can be muted. Doing some research, I found that the pin 3 of old amplifier IC goes down to 0 when the Bluetooth module is turned off, and in the on state the pin has around 3 volt present. So we can use the connection to turn off the PAM8403 when the Bluetooth module is turned off. In the PAM8403 module board, the pin 12 and 5 is connected with VCC, most probably to avoid accidental shutdown. So we have to disconnect these two pins from the board and connect to the pin 3 of old amplifier IC. We could use only the pin 12 of 8403 to resolve the issue, but during the operation I accidentally broke the pin 12. So I disconnected the pin 5 also and ran a wire from pin 12 to pin 5 and connected the wire from pin 5 to the Bluetooth module board. So right now we have the shutdown functionality. If I turn it on, let me connect the battery. Now when we turn it on, it turns on pretty fine, and of course we will have feedback if we touch the right and left input pin. And if I shut down the speaker, now touching to the left and right, we don't have any feedback. So that means the IC is right now in shutdown state, which draws less power. So our goal is completed in here. Now we are gonna clean it up and make it a little bit nicer. It was actually a simple thing which became an over-engineered thing. So let's get everything assembled. Restoration completed. Now it's time to test it.